Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker is now just 123 days away from its official release by writer and director J.J. Abrams and Chris Terrio, as well as George Lucas. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, the one big highlight about The Rise of Skywalker is how this film really is going to make itself stand out from, of course, The Last Jedi and The Force Awakens, mainly because it's going to be a revelation film with many different twists and turns that will change how we view the entire Skywalker saga by JJ, Chris, and George, and how they really are going to utilize all of the different connections to the prequels and the originals is another very interesting part about this film. Now, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this movie, and when it all comes down to one of the concept art descriptions, this is where things begin to get very intense for Episode 9. Now, specifically, it's described that a description of one of the sequences that are said to be based in the second act of the film, during a moment in which Kylo Ren is flow walking and witnesses a vital moment of the past, where Kylo is said to witness all 9 dark acolytes standing around a large statue of both Anakin and Vader during a thunderstorm. It's said that during this scene, they begin to kneel down and chant an ancient Sith code. The sequence is dubbed as Anakin's Resurrection, where it's said that the dark acolytes are reviving a piece of Anakin's consciousness and using it to combine it with the Sith wraith of Darth Vader. It's described that this is exactly how Anakin's hybrid Force ghost is created, and the main reason as to why it's able to manifest itself into a solid form where it bounces back and forth between Vader and Anakin. As Kylo witnesses this, it's explained that eventually the Anakin apparition is said to enter one of the bodies of the dark acolyte, where it takes on a host body only for it to be rejected, where the Anakin figure fades into a large stone structure, leaving a trail of dark side energy. The sequence is said to be a very dark and gritty scene for the film by JJ. So let's go over a couple of parts about this. Now, we do know that this movie is going to add in many different revelations just like this that's going to really change Star Wars lore and how we view the franchise itself. Now, this particular moment, what really impresses me is that this is a sequence in which we have a moment in which the Dark Acolytes are performing a very complex and terrifying ritual that is said to bring back a piece of Anakin's consciousness, as well as bringing in the Sith wraith of Darth Vader from the spiritual realm into the mortal world and combining these two forces into one being that temporarily takes on a host body. Now, this whole entire scene is actually said to be dubbed as Anakin's Resurrection. Now, what I like about this moment is that this is all said to take place during one of the flow walking sessions that are being performed by Kylo Ren. In case you guys are unfamiliar about flow walking, it is essentially time travel where one can go into the past and experience different aspects of the past, however they cannot change the course of history. So it's nothing like Back to the Future or any other franchises out there that deal with time travel. This is flow walking where they can only see the aspects of the past. So this particular moment is said to be based in the second act of Episode 9, where Kylo witnesses all of this, where the piece of Anakin's consciousness is revived and is actually combined with the Sith wraith of Darth Vader, hence exactly how the actual hybrid Force ghost of Anakin/Vader is created and is even able to manifest itself into a solid form, as if it is flesh and blood, eventually fading into the stone structure, leaving a trail of dark side energy. So in case you guys did not know, the Dark Acolytes are very well known in the Star Wars Legends material that are now being introduced into Star Wars canon under Disney and Lucasfilm. And I think what's so great about this is that these Dark Acolytes, in case you guys did not know, they do indeed reside over in the Beyond. We're still not quite sure what the Beyond really is. It could be a different dimension, a different realm, or maybe even the very edge of the unknown regions just before you leave the galaxy, hence the Beyond. Very possible. So one of the Dark Acolytes that will have a major role in this film is, of course, the one that will be portrayed by Matt Smith, who eventually takes on the Sith Spear of Sidious himself, that is really going to be used as a way to battle against both Rey and Kylo Ren. As far as Anakin's Resurrection goes, this is an original idea, in case you guys did not know, by J.J. Abrams for Episode 7 that never made it to the final cut of the movie. Once again, J.J. using an older idea from The Force Awakens scenes and using that as a way to implement it into Episode 9. I honestly think it's clever, the fact that he's using abandoned ideas from Episode 7 to use it for Episode 9 to really give fans a better sense of where things are going for the Star Wars franchise. So the other thing that I do want to actually discuss is, of course, everything related to, the Palpatine Sith Wraith, and now the Sith Wraith of Darth Vader and Anakin's consciousness being combined. And what I like about this is that this really is creating a different medium of Star Wars that we have never seen before in the Star Wars films. It really is a different medium without a doubt. Sure, we've seen things like this in the EU. Sure, we've seen things very similar to this in the current canon. But beyond that, we haven't really seen anything like this in the movies. Anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.